people was wanting, what they were needing. I kind of seen that there was a niche. I put myself in that position and became a problem solver.
Welcome to Real Estate Success Partner. We're your hosts, Devin Dubuc,
David Nguyen,
and we're here to talk about how to have great success in any market. David, brother, you've got a really awesome guest with us here today. Who'd you bring along?
man, we got a unique guy that's about to show us what's up with real estate. His name is Montrey Deal. I think I said it right.
You said it right. You said it right.
Coming from you from Louisville, Kentucky.
There you go.
Taking over the territory out there. So
Definitely.
Yeah. Love it, man. Love it. Well, welcome to the show, brother. And, I love what you're doing out there. You know, we had a chance to talk with you a little bit in the green room before we kicked this thing on. And you've got all kinds of stuff going. You're entrepreneur spirit. But, one thing that I'd love to know, and I think our audience would love to know, is are you from Kentucky originally? Where'd you get your start?
Yep, I'm definitely from her. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I traveled a lot. I done went to a couple different places, but this has definitely been home my whole life. You know, I had a couple weekends, a couple months somewhere else, but I definitely been here for the most part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great place, by the way. You know, I had the pleasure of being out there a couple of years ago, and the food, the people, the entertainment, man, you guys know how to have a great time out there.
You got to, you work hard, play hard. You got to have some type of balance.
That's it.
Well, Montrey, I always riz you a little bit, but our name of our show is Real Estate Success Partner. We usually bring on heavy real estate people that are super successful. And the reason why I brought you on is you are super successful, but there's something that our audience really needs to know. You've been in this business 2 years, and the numbers that you're doing now are not rookie numbers. I still call you a rookie because you're in the first 2 years of it. I just because I mean, in the last 6 months, man, you're closing 3 deals a month, minimum. You just made the top 50 of your brokerage out of 19,000 people, realtors across the United States. Top 50 out of 19,000 just in your brokerage. So let's open it up. Let's talk about it. What the heck is a rookie, a new guy like you doing in real estate? Because you didn't get the memo that said, "Hey, man, rates are bad. The economy sucks. You're not supposed to be doing anything."
Yeah, you're out there killing it, man. Let's talk about that. How'd you make that happen?
First thing I can't say, it gotta be but God. I ain't doing nothing no different than what everybody else is doing. His hands is just on every movement that I'm doing. So I try to treat everyone like a family member, or how I would want them. You know, how I would want somebody to treat my family members. I don't pressure nobody into doing nothing. I don't force somebody to get into no house, but I also don't allow anyone to get any false information from other areas or from family members or from quote-unquote real estate gurus who haven't done real estate in the last 8, 10, 12, 15 years. So I just kind of give them the options and let them know that there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to get into a house. So there's different options available. There's different things to get done. And I really just outwork everybody. While most people are sleeping, I'm looking at the MLS. While some people might only get, one client pre-approved at a time, if I send 20 of them and they all get pre-approved, 20 of them is going to see houses this week. I'm going to make sure that we out there looking at houses, because the sooner that they get into a house, the sooner that everybody can get on the contract, the sooner we can get to the closing table, the sooner they get their keys, the sooner they get to take a picture with my key, and everybody's happy. So
let's go. Yeah, you're out there hustling, and I love that. But let's talk about something else. So before you were in real estate, what were you doing? How'd you get segued over to this?
Okay, so I actually was working at Ford full time, and then I had a clothing line called Feeling Rich. I was doing those two full time and still doing marketing for a couple other people and other companies.
Yes, sir.
And then somebody had me come in to interview for the position of being a marketing director for a new brokerage that was about to open up. So, I came in. I didn't really know nothing about real estate. It was unfamiliar territory to me, but one thing I do know is marketing. That's that's my gift. I've been able to do that since I was 9. So once I learned how to market and who to market to, it was easy. I seen how much they was paying me just doing the marketing. I'm like, y'all paying me this amount just to market the house. How much would I get paid if I was the one selling the house? And they broke it down how to do it. Well, if you own the buyer side, you get this percentage. You on the seller side, you get this percentage. I'm like, well, what do them checks look like? I seen one check. I signed me up. I like, sign me up. I went
My
and signed
man.
up for school
Well,
that day.
Well, let me ask you something because you talk about the clothing line, and and I know you're rocking actually one of your family members' clothing lines right now. But how'd you
Yep.
get your start with that? How'd you market that? Right. So I have a feeling that's where some of that marketing background comes from. Right. Is from
Yep.
getting that label off the ground. Right.
Yep, definitely. So it just started it sparked from an idea. Two people here were heavy on the entertainment side. They do some of the biggest concerts and parties, and for like the last decade or whatever, their name
Let's hear
was
some
Phil.
names, man. Yeah, let's hear
Yep,
some names. Who they doing
okay,
work for?
they was Phil. His name is Philip Thomas and Richard Ballard, but they had a thing called Dream Team, and their names were Phil and Rich. I said that out loud to
Let's go.
someone came up with an idea of Phil and Rich clothing. So I made a couple contacts. I had a graphic designer in London. We came up with a couple good ideas. Put some stuff together. I got some shirts.
Yes,
And
sir.
from the moment I dropped them online, like an hour after I dropped them online, someone called me from K-State, which is one of the colleges, one of the HBCUs.
Oh, I know K-State. I'm from Kansas.
Okay, yeah, okay. Listen to it. So yeah,
Yes,
they
sir.
called me to come down to the fashion show, and it just from the time I put any of it out, it just kind of took off. So I just used that. I realized how good social media was and how you could literally be in one spot and post something, and it could touch people all over the world, and
Cool.
it just gives you a high reach. So I just used that in real estate. Once I start understanding certain key points of real estate,
Yes.
what people was wanting, what they were needing, I kind of seen that there was a niche. I put myself in that position and became a problem solver. So it's just
I love that, man. I love that. And that goes back to that entrepreneur spirit. Let's talk about that, though. How'd you get that social media pop? There's a lot of people out there
They have no idea.
that have no idea how to even get that game moving, right? You
Yeah.
did it. You did it really well. You've done it for multiple things, enough to where an agency said, we got to hire you.
Yep.
What's the secret behind that sauce, brother?
I'm gonna tell y'all my secret. Be yourself and be consistent. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be the next somebody. I'm trying to be the first me.
My
So
man.
I just be who I am, and I feel like most people would rather see someone who seems human, who's transparent, who sees someone going through life, who they can relate to, versus someone who looks like everything in their life has always been peaches and cream, and they ain't never had a sad day, and they ain't never cried a tear. So I just put all of my ups and downs on social media and people relate to it. And then sometimes I actually talk to social media like I'm actually talking to a person, like we're in the room. Like how
That's
I
right.
do now, I used to do these live talks called Rich Talk, where we basically just have conversations about other things that are going on in life. And I just kind of start holding people accountable. Some people listen to it, some people get upset with it, but it seemed more to catch on to where people start listening to what I got to say. So once I start talking to them about real estate, they already had an idea that if he's saying it, he means it, and he's also going to help us through it. So I just kind of became everybody's like real estate guy.
So let me ask you a quick question there. What platforms are you most known on?
Facebook and Instagram. I mean, Twitter's decent. I don't really do too much. I actually went viral on TikTok. But my page got taken down. I had one video. Actually, this clothing line, my brother, he was being a good uncle. Y'all listen to him. It's a quick story. He was being a good uncle. My daughter's dog got loose. He's chasing it, trying to catch it. Dog hit him with a Barry Sanders and boom, fell on his head in slow motion. I
My
put it
man.
on TikTok just being funny, trying to play, trying to joke on him, and it ended up going viral with it. Like I said, it was at like 277,000. I was getting all of these, and then I don't know. I woke up one day and they took it away. But I was like, dang, I had got the email. They said you only need like 10,000 more, something, and then I'm able to start making money. Then all these places that hit me up on Instagram, and they contacted me on Facebook, and then after they took it away, I said, I'm done with this. Y'all doing too much. So TikTok ain't really my thing, but
So
Facebook,
how many followers on Insta and Facebook?
I think on Instagram I only have like 7,000.
Yeah.
But on Facebook I got like 5,000 friends and maybe like another 9 to 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. How do you build that, right? Because again,
Yeah.
you're using that channel to help fuel your business because
Yep.
the people that are out there, they're finding you because they know you're real. They know you're a real human being. They know you're not a stuffed shirt, like you said, that's had things given to them. And they know they can trust you because whether it was good or bad, you were giving your honest opinions, and that's what people want. They want to know they can trust the people that they're behind. So how'd you build that following? Like, did that happen in a month, a week, a year, 5 years?
It kind of happened over time. So honestly, I've kind of been popular my whole life, to be honest. I'm just like, everybody likes me. I like everybody. We have a good time. It's all good vibes. We gon',
My man.
you know, and it's just how my granny raised me. Like, everybody gets the respect. So I've always kind of been good. But like, since I was in the entertainment world at first, everybody knew me for that. I played football. I kind of was like already. So once I got on social media, it was just kind of like, they followed me. I was a funny guy. I would really say it started off with the topic of the days. I would have real controversial topics, and I would be honest, and it just kind of started growing. But then once I got into business, I started simmering down and started being a little bit more professional. But like I said, I feel like that they understood what I was saying. I was speaking from the heart. Now, whether it was wrong or right, I'm gonna give my honest opinion, and if it's wrong, we can agree to disagree. But you know.
Well, same great person, same great content, new industry, but you already built the trust. You laid that trust down in all those real talks, right? And that's huge, man. And I think we talk about this all the time when it comes to social media. You know, a lot of people, they want to put a big commercial out there, or they want to make it like, where it's all serious. And at the end of the day, that's not always what people are looking for. They want to know what's happening right now. How can I fix this problem? And can I trust the person that's giving me that information? You've given them all the reasons to trust you, and really just by being real, by being yourself. And that's what people want. They want to know they can trust the person that's going to lead them to what they want, and they can trust you. And I love that, man. I love that. So that's how you're having a lot of the success then, is you built those followers, and when you popped into real estate, they said, here's a guy I can trust. I'm going to buy the most expensive thing in my home, or my home, right? The most expensive thing in my life, and I'm going to trust it with somebody who's been there and been there as guidance and leadership, and give me honest truths, right? For years.
Yeah, so and honestly, to that point, you can even ask some of my clients or former clients. There's been houses that they wanted to buy, and once I provided them with the information, they decided not to buy it. And they was like, I hope you're not mad that I didn't get. It's like, why would I be mad? I'm not gonna be the one living in the house or paying the mortgage. I want you to wake up every day happy in the home. I want you to be happy to live in a home, and I almost hate to have to leave your house. So the better I provide you the service, the better we get you into the house that you love, the better you'll be for the rest of your life. And then if anyone asks you, I want my clients to give an honest opinion. If you didn't like something, let's talk about it. Why didn't you like it? If you feel like I need to do better in the area, let's talk about it. I'm not perfect. I still got areas to grow, but I feel like I do a good job because I'm going to be honest and transparent about everything that goes through it. I'm not going to let you buy a house that's overpriced. I'm not going to let you buy nothing that got a safety hazard in it. I'm not going to say I'm not going to allow you to make a mistake, but I'm going to show you information that might provide you with the consensus that buying that house is a mistake. So,
Well, that's awesome.
Just being honest.
No, so Montrey, how are you where are most of your leads coming from these days? Where are your clients coming from?
Social media. And word of mouth. I don't really do pay. I don't do pay ads. It's just like my personality. I do word of mouth. I guess you can still say like guerrilla marketing.
Yeah. But I want to ask you about that real quick, because you probably, and maybe it's not a method, but it probably is a method. You've probably got a consistency of how often you're communicating what you're putting out there, and how often that's happening, right? You're just doing that organically because that's what you've been doing for a long time. But for the other rookie agent that's getting in the industry that goes, man, this guy's making a killing, just by being honest. How do you plan what you're going to put out on there, right? What is that content? How often are you putting that content out? When you're speaking to your followers.
So honestly, because I'm the marketing director for Infinite Homes Realty, which is the brokers that I work with, I have to handle our personal, our professional business page and my personal page. So I try to create a list of content, or a list of information, or frequently asked questions that people ask when they call us. So I make content about the interactions that I have with people. So instead of them having to ask us, even though we don't mind asking them, if we already have videos out there giving that information, them, it eliminates you having to, having to wonder, having to ask the questions about it. You can watch the video and get it. And then often I try to do at least 3 a day, and sometimes it just comes from what I went through yesterday. If we had a situation where we had walked into a house and it seemed unsafe, I might talk about that. We might, if I have a situation where someone got pre-approved for more than they thought they were going to get pre-approved, I let that, I might have a conversation about that. I might have a conversation or a reel about a real situation where just because you get pre-approved for $400,000 doesn't mean you can comfortably pay a mortgage of $400,000. Every month. That might be more than that might be outside of your bandwidth every month to pay financially. So I have I might have a talk or a reel about that. Like, what are you actually comfortable paying? Let's figure out from the lender what type of house we need to get within that price range, and let's shop within that first. And if you don't find nothing in that, after a couple weeks, we can go up maybe 5,000, and then see what I'm saying. So it just.
So let's talk about that, though. How are you shooting those videos? Are you using a cell phone? Are you using an actual camera? Are you doing it outside, inside? Are you at the house? Are you at the office? How's that look?
That's all of the above. I got my phone. Hey, listen, y'all. I be on Amazon. I be on TikTok. When they say TikTok made me bad.
Yeah. TikTok
made me bad. I be on TikTok, Amazon, some of the stuff on YouTube, whatever I can get. I do got a phone. I got a tripod. I got I got some of the microphones and stuff that I use on that, but I also do have a cameraman who I work with. Shout out to Adrian, Backflix Media. He always shows up. We can do drone footage. We can do professional commercials. We can do actual reels. We can do movies. So we actually try to give our sellers and our buyers a full experience on everything, so that they know what to expect from us whenever they work with us.
And do you edit this stuff before you put it out there? Or are you just doing raw footage? What you said, and then you're dropping it and pushing it out?
All of the above. It just depends. Some of the commercials and stuff that we know that we're going to do like a major push on, or it's a major topic that we know that a lot of people want to talk about, or it's a house that we know a lot of people want to see, that stuff gets edited. But some of the stuff that I just spark out on the day, or it's just raw. I go live. Let's talk about it. And once the conversation's over, I'll leave the live up. And it's, sometimes on the stories, I might just start talking like, hey, look, y'all, I just seen, X, Y, and Z. Y'all, this might not be a good idea to do this. Or, hey, if you're thinking about buying a house, there's a lot of myths that come out. So a lot of stuff I see in the media that might be incorrect or might be outdated information, as I would say. I just give them more of an updated information, especially in our market. Everything that they talking about on MSNBC might not even pertain to Louisville or anything close to us.
My man, I love it. And last question on this topic, because I didn't know we were going to go here. I'm glad. But I'm glad we did, right? Because this is the kind of stuff people want to hear. Like you talked about, people don't care. Oh, great, I did this, I did that. I had this great success. How'd you do it, right? And you're talking about how you did it. And this is the thing that people don't understand. You did it by being real. You did it by, making sure that you're covering the topics that people actually need to hear, and you did it by giving them trust, right? But my question for you is, when you're doing this, how do you dress, right? Are you wearing your gear, right, or are you dressed, like a real estate agent, right, in a costume?
So I don't know, to be honest. It depends on the day. Some days I might, if it's because y'all don't know, but here in Louisville, you can have 3 seasons in one day. It could be 100 degrees, and then it can rain and be 80, kind of, where you got to have a jacket. And then later in the day, it might be 40 degrees. You can see your breath while you outside walking. So you just, it's the toss-up depending on the day.
You're shedding stuff and putting stuff back on all day.
So a lot of the time during the day, I dress comfortable. Because I'm in and out of meetings, I'm in and out of showings, I'm in and out of appointments, buyer consultations, seller consultations, inventories, auctions, all of that. So I just dress comfortable. Now I do.
You're raw. You're raw.
Because this is who I am. How I dress is really not going to dictate how good of an agent that I am for you doing the transaction. I have the same verbiage, the same terminology, the same intent, whether I have on a 3-piece suit or whether I have on some sweatpants and a life beater. It's not going to change. Not for me anyway. It might change for somebody else. But now for the closings, I do probably put on something more casual, just because I know that picture that we're going to post, we're going to use it on the social media platform. It's going to go on the website. They're going to probably save it in their phone. Some of my clients actually take the picture that we take at closing and they frame it and put it up in their house. I don't want to, look like somebody who was cleaning the floors and they're closing the picture, So, but yeah, for the most part, I'm comfortable.
I call you the new age of agents, Montrey.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody think of real estate agents or as someone that's two-piece suit,
the lady suit, right?
Yeah,
the lady suit
or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's just I look at you and I'm like, man, he's a highly successful real estate agent,
Yeah.
But it's also know your audience. I'll share a stat. I don't know if you know this or not.
I was hoping you were going to say this.
But 51% of the population out there today in the United States is 30 and under. Think about that for a second.
What?
51% of the population in the United States is 30 and under.
I know.
How crazy is that? Because we're so used to the baby boomers for such a long period of time being the largest population out there. But guess what? They're dying off. They're getting older. All those things. And here's a secondary thing that's crazy. Of that age group, millennials and Gen Z, 70 million are saying that they want to buy a house in the next 24 months.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
And where do they consume their media?
70 million millennials and Gen Z are going to be wanting to buy a property. Well, we all know there's not 70 million inventory out there. But Devin said, where are they getting their media from? Guess what? They're getting from Montrey because he has Facebook.
Insta,
he's the expert. He's an expert in real estate.
Yeah.
It's not Susie. It's not Susie who's been in the business 30 years because they have no idea who Susie is.
Yeah, they don't even know how to find Susie, but they're going to find you and they're going to trust you because you're out there giving them real talk, right? You're giving them real talk. They know when they come approach you, they're not getting that book answer. They're getting your honest opinion, and that's what it's all about, man. People want to feel like they can trust the people they're doing business with. We say it all the time. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Well, they know you.
Yeah,
they know you. They like you because they're following you, and they trust you because you're raw. You're raw. You're right there. And that's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
That's how it should be, man. The communities that you serve. And, man, honestly, we didn't cover any of this in the pre-podcast. I love that it's all coming out right here because this is why you're having success. And you're going to continue to have wild success because the people know they can trust you, man. Seriously, I love it, dude. I love it. I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing.
I definitely accept that blessing. I accept all of it. I try, like you said, I just try to keep it real. Like, it's kind of like a new slogan. I guess I've been hearing people say it so much. Like, you like the second or third person this week who's like you're raw. You give people the real you. So it's like real me, real service, real estate. It's like it's really what you're gonna get. I'm not gonna sugarcoat.
Real estate, man. My man just said it. Real estate. I love it.
Yo, I might steal that.
Yeah, I might too.
You can't steal it, but I'll let you borrow it though. You can borrow it though.
Man, we're gonna have to come out to Kentucky and meet you face to face, man. Seriously, exactly. I love wrapping it up with you, man. Seriously, you're an inspiration to people, and you may not know it, but you're doing things that some of the seasoned veterans have no idea how to do because they don't know how to talk to people on the internet. You do. You've got a voice, and people trust you, and that's, dude. It's amazing what you're doing, man. Seriously, I'm honored to know you, brother. I'm honored to know you.
I appreciate that. Definitely do.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the clothing lines because you got a couple different, right? So we talked real estate. Tell me what you got going on, man. So you've got an outfit on right now. Where's that from? If somebody's out there looking to dress fly, right? Where are they going to get that stuff? Where's that gear coming from?
Okay, so what I got on now. It's called Loyalty Over Love. It's from my brother Chris. We all know him as Spoon. So we got on the bucket hat. It's a new release. The bucket hat. We got the shirt. I got socks. He got 4 outfits. Y'all can look him up on Instagram. Loyalty LOYALT over OVER love LOVE. There's no Y. No Y.
Why?
Because you don't need to question if somebody love you. They should be loyal to you. You see, he put that together. So you can check him out on that. And then I got a clothing line too. It's called Feeling Rich Clothing.
Let's go.
I can check it out on Instagram, FEELNRICH, And the RICH is actually an acronym for Resources in Christ Honor. We just try to do everything one item at a time, encourage, uplift, and enrich people. We got men's clothes, women's clothes, kids' clothes, shoes.
Big and tall? Y'all got big and tall?
Listen, I'm a big guy. I ain't tall, but I got some big and tall for you.
Hey, I'm 6'4", 380, so I just I want a 3XT LT or a 4XLT. So
listen, I got you. I got security guards who's 6'6", 200 and some change. I got a couple NFL players. They big. Hey, listen, them offensive linemen, they like 6'8", 6'9", 320. Yeah, I got something for you. I got something for you.
My man, I appreciate that. So, well, good stuff. Hey, on the loyalty love, I'm getting some Kendrick Lamar
over love.
Loyalty over love. I'm getting some Kendrick Lamar vibes on that, right? Isn't that two of his songs? Loyalty and love?
It might be.
My man. Man.
Tell Kendrick, holla at my brother Spoon. He'll get him together.
There it is. There it is. We're making connections today, baby. Let's make it happen. Well, I gotta ask you, man. Is there anything we didn't cover on today's podcast that we should have talked about, man? Something you want to get out there? I know you were talking about some products that you guys are bringing to market.
So we actually have another product that we brought back. It's a crowd favorite. It's opening in a few new markets. It's called Infinite Lease Purchase, right? So it's an updated version of the rent to own. We understand everybody's not ready to buy right now, but they're tired of renting where they are right now. So it's something that's like an interim situation. So they can get pre-approved, and the company will buy a house that's on the market for sale. The company will buy it and then rent it to them with an option to buy it for up to 5 years.
That's great.
Yeah, you only need a 550 credit score. You got to make at least $50,000 a year. You can't have no active bankruptcies. And we're in about 5 different markets right now. So if anybody's in Tennessee,
what markets? Yeah, let's hear it.
Tennessee, Ohio, Kentucky, of course, Georgia, and I believe West Virginia, and then we should be in Texas, California, and somewhere else. I can't think. We're gonna probably end up having to be somewhere out in Colorado, because the way our teammates been going to these Colorado games, we might as well just buy a house out there.
Prime, my man.
Coach Prime, shout out to Coach Prime.
I got to tell you, man. What I love that you're talking about here is you're helping people achieve home ownership, right?
Yep.
You're giving them an option to get in while they're not quite mortgage ready. You're putting them into a home that they can decide if they love. And you're probably giving them education over that next 5 years on how they can get mortgage ready to buy that house with an option at the end. And that's a beautiful thing, man, because there's a lot of people out there that never felt like they could buy a house. They just don't think it's an option. And connected with the right real estate partners, right? The right agent, the right loan officer. At the end of the day, this is how you find homeownership success. And let me tell you something else that you guys are doing. You probably know this already. You're building generational wealth, because these people who don't think that they can get into a home because their mom never had a home, their dad never had a home, right? Their grandmother never had a home. They always rented. You're saying, hey, we're going to show you how you can rent this house and own this house. And what we know is real estate goes up 3 to 5% every year, like clockwork. So you buy this house, and now you're earning generational wealth that you can pass down to those underneath you. And that's because of the program that you guys are offering, my man. That's great stuff. That's great stuff.
And honestly, the reason why I'm so passionate about real estate is for 2 things. One thing, I never owned a home growing up. We rented, and we moved almost every year. We moved so much, we didn't even keep renting trucks. We moved twice on the same street. We walked our stuff up the street and moved from one house to the next house.
Carrying the sofa down the block.
Listen, me and my brother walking, we like this. We had TVs, dressers. It got so bad we didn't even decorate our rooms after middle school, because we knew it ain't no point. We ain't gonna be here long. So once I grow up, and then I'm only the second person in my family to ever own a home. Yeah. And I got family in New Jersey, New York, Kentucky, Alabama, Ohio, California, like everywhere. I'm only the second person in my family to ever purchase a home. So after I learned how to obtain it, it was a goal for me to help other people, because I'm sure there were other people who are probably was in the same situation as me. We didn't realize how important owning a home was until we got older and realized how much we missed out on because we didn't own a home.
Let's go.
So if I can help someone else become the first in their family to, own a home, or the first in their generation to own a home, it's going to create a ripple effect. Even if I'm not their real estate agent, the fact that they're owning a home is going to help them create stability, generational wealth. It's going to help everything else that goes on around them. Eventually, when they're ready to go to college, if they don't have a scholarship or they don't have anything available, they have that home available that they can get funds from to be able to pay for college, to be able to advance their lives even more. Or if they want to use it for a business or, whatever else. It's just the fact is every home that you buy is a bank. So you can utilize that bank any way that you want because it's your bank.
Yeah, my mind. That's why my mind's out here having success, man. Because this is the other thing he's talking about. You're doing it for the right reasons, right? You're doing it for the right reasons. Everybody gets in, they want that paycheck, and you talked about the paycheck, and I'm sure that definitely is a good influencer. But at the end of the day, you're helping people, right? Find home ownership, helping people find money that they never knew they could potentially have. You're making people's dreams come true, and the money comes behind that. That'll happen. Your success is going to pop off because you care. And brother, I'm proud of you for doing what you're doing, man, because we need more people like you in this industry. So thank you for making that happen out there, my brother.
Man, no problem at all, man. I try to help everybody, chase your passion. The money's going to come. If you chase money, you're not going to never be happy. You're not going to never get the dollar amount that you're seeking or thinking or whatever. But if you chase your passion, you find something that you like to do, love to do, that you would do for free if money was no issue, money will become no issue. It will not be nothing that it is doing your passion and being great at it. The money's a byproduct of it. Like money's just a resource. It ain't.
That's it.
It ain't too much else. I like real estate because I'm able to, my bills is able to be paid. I'm able to spend more time with my family. I'm able to help. I'm able to go spend time with other people's schools. I'm able to go talk to the juvenile detention centers. I can go talk to the jails. I can go talk to the FCA. I can spend time with the older family members who might not help to do. Like I'm able to actually be more to other people around me other than just someone who they see every once in a while.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, if the people out there want to find you, and we know they do, how do they get in touch with you? What's the Instagram, the phone number? What's the way they're going to contact you?
So the Instagram is @2, like the number 2, THEDEAL, the number 2. So it's to the deal 2, because I'm gonna get to the deal too. And then on Facebook, y'all can catch me Montrey, MONTREY. Deal, DEAL, let's make a deal. And then my website is www.tothedeal2.com. And on my phone number, 502-301-0986. See that brand placement right there? Yeah.
Like it. I like it, my man. I like it. Well, I know they're going to want to find you, man, because you're doing some great things. So happy we had you on the show. Looking forward to hearing more from you and working with you and being a part of your journey, my brother. So great stuff. You're doing great stuff out there. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up today and get you back to doing what you do because the people need you out there. The people need you out there. So we're your real estate success partners. I'm Devin Dubuc.
I'm David Nguyen.
And if you want to check us out, you can get us at realestatesuccesspartner.com. Again, that's realestatesuccesspartner.com. You can also check us out on YouTube at the Dubuc Team. You can find us on all your major listening platforms, iHeart, iTunes, Spotify. We're on all of them. There's 20 or 30 of them. But we'd really love it if you come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate those reviews. Until the next time, we'll see you then.
See you guys.